Yeah,
He's
good to go?
Ben's in tonight, yeah.
Is there a related roster move coming?
Yeah, no, Curie was put on waivers today.
You talked the other day about the success against Chicago and a real respect, a healthy respect for the opponent. What are you expecting from your team tonight and from the Blackhawks, who are on a bit of a roll right now?
Well, they're going to play their very best game against us for the year. So we need a team that's won 3 Stanley Cups, and they're pretty comfortable knowing they're making the playoffs. February can be a bit of a dragger for them. You know, they're waiting for that juice to come back in, that excitement. So having a game on their schedule that there's a little more to it excites those guys. So we're getting their best. We saw it early in the game in Chicago, where I believe on back-to-back, and they were hopping on us pretty quick early in that game. And then we're going to expect that here tonight. They're going to be very, very fast and probably a simple game. They generate a lot of pucks to the net offense early to get to our net. We will skate as fast as we can tonight, pretty much guarantee that. We will come out here as quick as we can and play as simple as we can. We think we match up reasonably well in a lot of areas, but it's almost the speed of the game for us, which is the critical piece. If you're off these guys, or if you're doing any part of your game is slow, they'll just find the holes, they'll make the plays, the seam plays they make. So that quickness is the key piece to us playing with Chicago.
How does Ben Sherratt change the look of that third pairing, and do you look to maybe get them on the ice a little more, especially with back-to-backs?
Well, we're not in a position to really coach the next game in the first one. Right now, we've got to run our bench accordingly to doing everything we can to win tonight. Ben will come back in. If you knew, there's always a little unknown with the guy coming in off an injury, how he is in the first 10 minutes. Hopefully we get him out there and he gets into a comfortable groove, and he and Paul played together. There's a known factor in their game. Just want him to play this one as simple and as fast as he can, be physical. He's a big, strong young man. Close the gap well and move the puck as quickly as he can.
Personality. Can that help him deal with the ebbs and flows of a rookie season?
I think he's very, very humble. So he's always going to be fairly good with the media. Like, he has no problem, and he has a great sense of the game. He knows when he wasn't very good and when he was really good, but he's still maintains a high level of confidence, and he expects himself to be that good. And to be honest with you, I'm not trying to shield Patty from the media or take any pressure off him by the way I speak. At Jeff Skinner the year he won the Calder, I don't know if 15 is the right number, but right around this year he won a stretch of hockey where he didn't get near the puck. And every time I came into the media, I'm waiting for that question. Well, what's wrong with Jeff? And I never got asked it. I remember thinking it is so much easier to develop a young player in a quiet place than it is in Canada. But we're not developing this guy to sit in the back of the room. He's going to be front and center in front of you for the next 20 years. So he has to deal with this. He handles it very, very well. And if he has some learning curves in this, if he has some bumps in the road with the media, if somebody makes a comment that maybe his personality isn't perfect, well, then he's got to deal with that too, right? Most of these superstars eventually handle him. I think for an 18-year-old young man, he's about as good as I've seen, especially guys in English. He's not going to shave the perfect words off or smooth his answer, but he's funny as hell. I mean, you've noticed it. There's some really good stuff coming out there that you don't get to hear. He's good on the bench too. He's pretty quick.